Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Yeah, Carlos is still trying to plead his case. Carlos King post came across my timeline on Instagram, and the post, Carlos posted something that Jocelyn sent him, praising him for introducing her to Lemmy, the person that is a part of ZEUS network and the person that allows Jocelyn to act as she always have, a ratchet fool. Let me read the post. It's from Jocelyn to Carlos King, and it says, "At Carlos King, why you making me cry? I love you and thank you for all you have done to contribute to my success. You took me to Limu Plumber and to many other places for me to be able to keep pursuing my dreams, and I love you for life." So I really understand. I do really understand Jocelyn thanking Carlos for helping her book a gig on a platform that she actually deserves to be on, because ZEUS and Jocelyn, they go together, in my opinion, like peanut butter and jelly. I just don't understand why Carlos didn't stay true to himself and bag him a spot for his reality shows as well, because ZEUS and Jocelyn, in my opinion, that's everything that Carlos shows have turned into. Toxic, bullying, degrading black women. I mean, it just don't get no better than that for Carlos. And Carlos, he been over on the OWN network trying to promote black excellence while he's giving chaos and dysfunction, which is why it's all going, damn it, to hell by now, because it wasn't the right platform for Carlos's shows. The vision that Melody had for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the vision that Carlos had for Love and Marriage Huntsville is not the same. I believe that their vision of what good television is, I think they're worlds apart, which is why Carlos is getting all of this flack and why Love and Marriage Huntsville just went down the drain. But reading the post that Jocelyn sent to Carlos, it made me realize why Carlos took a strong liking to the ratchet people on his show, like Wanda, Stormy, Betty, and now Destiny, because he didn't really care for Destiny until this season, when Destiny was going all out and going overboard on situations that had nothing to do with her. This post, it explains it. I see why Carlos has not held Martell accountable. Why Marceau was allowed to say that Tiffany needed to be smacked. I see why Marceau was able to say that, and we not get the full reaction played out from Big Lou. Because Carlos, that's what Carlos wanted. We seen exactly what Carlos wanted us to see. Two men meeting up with Tiffany, a black pregnant woman without her husband, and then Marceau telling her husband that she needed to be smacked. That's exactly who Carlos is, and that's exactly why he took a liking to these people. Carlos doesn't, he doesn't just tolerate bad behavior, he exploits it. That's how he knew to take Jocelyn over and introduce her to ZEUS. He stated in that same post that he and Jocelyn, they sold the Jocelyn Cabaret to ZEUS Network together. So how would that look if he was to start speaking up for black women being attacked, while he has a stake in a show that is all about attacking black women? This is why Carlos and Heavenly Dr. Heathen are so close. The setups that Heavenly or Heathen pulls on Married to Medicine, it's nothing but chaos. Things that can get somebody seriously hurt. Both of them, they befriend people, act like they got their back, and then bring them on the platform to be set up and attacked. Same thing Carlos did to Melody is the same thing that Heavenly or Heathen is doing to Sweet Tea and Phaedra and Apollo. It's no different. I don't care if she's I don't care who's the attacker or who's being attacked. It's still mess to the point that is dangerous. These are these people real lives that they are messing with. And then Dr. Heathen get on her platform and act like she's the victim when somebody realized that she's pulling the strings, that it was all a setup by her. Same thing Carlos does. This is exactly why Carlos needed Melody gone he needed her gone from Love and Marriage Huntsville. But like they say, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, but it may not come in the form that you're looking for it. But I believe that he wanted Melody gone so he can produce Love and Marriage Huntsville the way he really likes to produce. His messy, chaotic, dysfunctional self. There is no doubt in my mind that Carlos would have brought Arion on Love and Marriage Huntsville had Melody not had the clout to block her. Carlos already proved that he don't give a care about Melody. He told Melody, I'm going to have your back. I'm going to get you through this. But we've seen nothing but the opposite. Arion has already stated many times that it's Melody that's blocking her. How does she know who's blocking her unless she's being told this? Melody can say all day, oh, she's not coming on the show. She's not coming on the show. Melody says she's not in charge of talent. She doesn't want to get that far in. But Arion, who's not on the show, knows all of this behind the scenes stuff. And Arion has stated that Carlos has told her that she'll never be on Love and Marriage Huntsville because of her mouth. And looking at this post that Jocelyn sent to Carlos, it got me rethinking that statement from Arion. In my opinion, he's telling her, if you don't shut up, I can't get you on the show, because in my opinion, he's trying to see how he can backdoor Arion getting on the show without it falling on him, just like he did Trish. But because Arion is so reckless with her mouth, she don't know when to shut up, and she's spilling all the tea. He can't work it the way he wanted to work it. And they thought that Martell was going to be able to help by saying, film my real life or don't film me at all. It backfired. But I do believe when it was stated that she was supposed to be at Stormy's backyard barbecue or party, birthday party or whatever that season, and Arion just happened to be there and get on camera. I believe that was supposed to have been her introduction. But because Arion can't stay off, she couldn't stay off the internet, she couldn't stay off of social media, Carlos wasn't able to do it. Not saying that he won't, but he hasn't thought of the master plan to bring her on. That's how we winded up with Trish. Because he's trying to, in my opinion, he's trying to backdoor Melody with all of Martell flings or floozies. But it's why it keeps backfiring on Love and Marriage Huntsville as a whole, because people can see exactly where Carlos is going. This doggone storyline has been played out so many times across other platforms till it's nothing new. But the only thing is that Melody held strong, and it's like, no. That's why Melody stated that the Fletchers had why they had got themselves benched, because Carlos thought that they needed to earn their spot by showing how loyal they can be to him. He needed them to be willing to get their hands dirty and do some of his dirty work by come for mail like the other cast. And probably when they was like, no, I don't want to do that or whatever, he benched them. They have to play ball, play by his rules, or it's a no-go for them. And that's why I believe that there were so many versions of Trisha's storyline, because Trish and Fletcher, I don't believe for a second that they're related. First of all, Huntsville is too small, so if they're related, they would have known. They're grown. Come on now. In all these years, you didn't know that y'all related. Y'all didn't have family barbecues or whatever. And at first, Trish came on saying that she was family to Nell Fletcher, not Chris Fletcher. So which one is it? But I believe that in rehearsal, when they was practicing how they were going to introduce Trish, she forgot that they probably scrapped that portion of who she's related to, because they just let her come on by way of Stormy, since she was in Stormy's wedding. But it was just too many versions, which it just tells you everything that was done, the whole Trish and Ken and what, all of that mess. I mean, I'm not saying that Trish and Ken not having a real dysfunction and stuff like that, but their way of being introduced to the show and their reason for being on the show, I believe it is all cap. But all the people that's commenting under Carlos' post, praising him, saying that he's always helping people get on their feet, helping them get gigs and stuff, calling him good friends. I'm just wondering, has any of these people that's praising him, have they sat down and actually watched either one of his shows that's on the OWN network? I'm not talking about them being friends with him, outright friends. I'm not talking about seeing him at parties and his past show. I'm talking about them sitting down watching his shows, not going by hearsay, not going by what he tells them his shows are about, but actually watching his shows. Or have any one of these people actually been a part of any one of the shows that Carlos was responsible for producing? Because I want to challenge them to start from the beginning, sit down, watch his shows on OWN network, and see if they'll still stand by those praises that they're giving him. If not, I mean, because these women, all of these women that have dropped from his shows in this short amount of time, not even a year span, something in the mud. There's something going on. So I don't care how many praises Carlos get. This is these women real experience. They're not going on hearsay. This is their experience. So like I say, I challenge every last one of them people that's praising Carlos or trying to give him his kudos, giving him his flowers. I want them to go back from the beginning so they can get a better understanding of why Carlos is being dragged in the manner that he is. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.